Teresa, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a different video from what I usually do, which is kind of obviously book related things, but today I want to talk about some favorite TV shows of mine. I have done a video like this before, so I will link it in the cards, and I'm hoping that I'm not repeating myself here. So anyway, the first show I wanted to talk about is Grace and Frankie. If you didn't know this show yet, you absolutely have to check it out. It's so good. It's on Netflix, and it's about these two kind of older women, and in the very first episode their husbands tell them that they're gay and they have been having an affair with each other for like 20 years and that they will be getting married now, that it is legal in their state. And so basically both of these women are completely taken aback by these revelations, and they're very different in personality, and they end up kind of comforting each other through this time and sort of having to deal with each other's peculiarities and like weird little things that they do. Their husbands were always friends, at least that's what they knew them as, so they have known each other previously, but they didn't really used to get along, so now they have to kind of make do and get things working, and it's just so much fun. I believe that there are 3 seasons out so far, and I love them all. This is one of my favorite shows ever, and I think I will be rewatching it until the day I die, so you definitely have to check it out. The second show is quite a different one. It is called Black Mirror, and it is a British show that also is available to watch on Netflix. I actually don't even know which of these shows are produced by Netflix, so I'll just say like if you can watch them or not, I don't know. Also depends on your country, so it's different for everyone. But Black Mirror is basically an anthology TV show, very similar to, I believe, The Twilight Zone. I think that's what I've heard. I'm not sure, I haven't seen The Twilight Zone, so maybe not. Basically every single episode showcases a different kind of dystopian future, and the scary thing is that a lot of them are really realistic, to the point of like thinking that this could actually happen. And obviously the things that happen in the show are often very disturbing and very dark and terrible. So if you're like a younger person, maybe don't watch it quite yet, or if you're very sensitive to those sort of things. But I love it. It is so clever, it is so smart, it is terrifying. Honestly, it's scarier than any like jump scare horror movie I've ever seen, because it is so like plausible and it's so like on point. Like that could literally happen. Everything that they show could happen, and it's just so scary. One tip I have for you, if I haven't seen the show before, is to skip the very first episode and then come back to it later, because I have heard people tell me that they like watched the first episode and they were really put off by the show, and then they didn't watch the rest, and I'm like, don't watch the first one first. Like, get to know the show for what it is and then watch the first one, because it is just one of the most disturbing things. It shows one of the most disturbing things that you can possibly watch, and I don't want you to be like deterred from watching the rest of the episode. So maybe do that once you're already in love with the show, and then go back to the first one, because it's heavy. It's really heavy. Oh my god. I'm not even sure why I put the next show on my list, because I think everyone knows this, but I'm still gonna mention it. And that is The Office US. I haven't seen The Office UK. I mean, it might also be good. It's actually original, obviously. But The Office US is so funny. Oh my god. I was dying of cringiness like throughout the whole thing, but it was so hilarious. It's just so good. Dwight is the best character ever created for TV, and that is, I stand by that statement 100%. There's like no doubt about this. The next show that I want to mention is The Good Wife. It is a law-related show about a woman, a middle-aged woman, whose husband is a politician, and he's involved in a big scandal, and he has to like resign, and there's like a sex scandal involved, so he's been like having sex with prostitutes, and basically so now he doesn't work anymore. She has to go find a job, and she went to law school when she was younger, but she didn't, I think she never worked as a lawyer for real, but now she joins a law firm of her old law school colleague, and she kind of has to work her way up the ranks there, and it is so good. And Juliana Margulies is such a fantastic actress. Holy shit, this show. I don't think I've seen like all of the seasons at this point, because I think that I'm not sure if it's done now, but it is so good, especially if you're like law shows. That one has to be a definite one on your list because it is so good. It has a kick-ass female protagonist who is just like my hero forever and ever, and it is so enthralling, and like the characters is so engaging, and like you're so into it, you're so invested, and when bad things happen to them you're like crying, and it's so good. Honestly, I keep saying it's so good because it is. And the last one I want to mention is kind of funny, but that's also on Netflix. Oh, The Good Wife, by the way, is also on Netflix. In Austria we don't have The Office on Netflix, but I feel like that's the only one out of all these. But the final one is also Netflix, yay! And that is Terrace House. Terrace House is very different from the other 4 that I mentioned because it is actually a reality show, and it is a Japanese reality show. And that is just so good. I'm not a big fan of reality shows. Like, I watch them if I want to like hate watch something, basically, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, I'm kind of addicted to that one whenever it's on, but that's kind of it. Like, I don't follow anything particularly because I'm just like, it's so like loud and people are so obnoxious, and you know it's not their personality, so like why would I even watch it if I know it's not real? Like, I don't know. But anyway, I digress. All of that is very, very different in Terrace House because the setup is kind of similar. It's like 6 people, 3 girls, 3 guys. They don't know each other, and they move into a house that is provided by the show. It is like Big Brother in the sense that they're being filmed all the time, but it's not like Big Brother in the sense that they like can't leave. As far as I know, people in Big Brother can't leave, right? They can leave. They like have their normal jobs, or they're uni students. Like, all of them are like in their early 20s, and they have like their jobs. They go to school. They go out to eat, things like that. They just like always basically just like live in the house, right? But they can do whatever they want. And also they can choose to graduate from Terrace House at any time if they feel like they have accomplished the thing that they wanted to accomplish by coming there, which is usually like finding love somehow. And it's just so good because it actually feels like you're watching real people. It doesn't seem to be scripted. There's no like unnecessarily like forced drama. There's no yelling matches. There's no like fist fights and over sexualized like people being strange. It really is just 6 people living together, and if they have a disagreement they will discuss it. There's like one episode that's called The Meat Incident and it's like a thing that was caused because they ate someone else's meat that this guy had like been given by a client, and he had been keeping it in the fridge for like a special occasion, and they ate it. And that is The Meat Incident. And it's just like so good though, because there's just something so endearing about it and so normal, which is like its whole attraction thing. And there's actually several seasons of this too. Like, there's a different version in Hawaii, I believe. It's really, really good. And it's also a good opportunity to practice Japanese. I always just like put subtitles because otherwise I don't get it, but it's hyper awesome, and I definitely recommend it. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found some new TV shows to now go and binge watch, because all of these are 100% awesome. You should go and check them out. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and also like this video, and come back very soon for another one. I will see you then. Have a lovely week. Bye!